feel horrible.
So I thought what I'd do today, depending on where this character is at on the Cayo heist, that I might try to demonstrate how I set that particular heist up, and how I run it solo. So I'm going to try to do that now. Some of the setups might already be done. We'll find out. If that's the case, I'll just do the few that there are, and then maybe do a demo on how I set them up at another time. The other ones that I miss out on. So. Cayo might even be ready to go. Sometimes I'll do all the setups and then I'll just let the heist just kind of sit there, with the intention to do it at another time. Because grinding through the setups can, it can take time, and sort of wear you down. So you feel like you need to take a break, And then also running Cayo solo can sometimes be a bit of a hassle if like anytime I get caught, I start over, or I exit and then I try it again, and sometimes I have to do that like 2 or 3 times, because usually as far as I'm concerned, when I get caught, it's kind of bullshit, so it kind of wears on my patience a little bit. It'll usually be something stupid like I go to take down the guy in the armor, and while I'm shooting him, and he should be dying faster than he turns around. Sometimes the game will have him survive longer the shots, even though it'll be like 6 shots, like from the shotgun, like pew 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 pew. You're just laying in on him, and he turns around, and if he sees you, he alarms all the other guards. It's like he'll turn around, see you, and then die, and then everybody's aware that you're there. So it's like, okay, well, now I have to leave and try again. It's annoying. Or a guard, driving by in a Jeep will see you in the cracks of the shed that you're in. Somehow they because it shows their cone of vision, but if you're inside of an interior, they shouldn't be able to spot you. But for some reason, just because you're a little too far over by a crack in the boards, it triggers that and counts that as you being spotted. So you have to, again, you'll have to start over. Excuse me. But in the instance that happens, I will start over, and we'll just have to work our way through it. But let's see here. Looks like I probably already gathered intel, so now I am just doing the setup. So this should be a good way to go. So the 2 main ways that I do the entry to the island is either through the sub or through the boat. Now, lately I've been favoring the boat because it gives me an opportunity to quickly pick up some of the extra supply on the island in the sheds, whether it be marijuana or money or whatever. The long fin gives me makes that faster. I can hit a few places along the way, well, 2 places really along the way before I go to the mansion itself. So I can fill up my bags with that, and then quickly head to the mansion. Where if I go with the sub, you're pretty much getting out and going directly to the mansion. And then, so then you get the main item, and then you end up exiting the mansion. In which case, normally when I exit the mansion, I just jump in the water and swim away. If you enter Cayo on the sub, you're doing it backwards. You're exiting the mansion, then and then you go down to the water, you swim back to the shore, and then you have to trek your way over to the sheds to collect the extra resources, and it takes longer, so. Oh, yeah. Okay, so to get this boat, I always call up my, what? They're already rallied? Okay. Well, so that normally doesn't happen, so let's lose the cops. That was weird. Something, looks like Rockstar changed something. Normally I just land and call my truck up, and then go get the boat. I'm gonna have to move away now. And I don't even bother fighting the cops. Usually, if while getting the boat, if the cops kill you, it's not that big a deal. You just respawn, go get the truck again, and continue to drive away. I don't even bother to fight. I'll try to keep my armor up sometimes, but otherwise I don't even really bother with all that. Dying during this setup isn't really that big of a deal, so. But I have to get there first. I guess I flew in a little too close, so don't do that. Although that's never been a problem before. So the cops are a little more sensitive now. But yeah, you can collect one of the trucks that they offer you that are dotted on the map, as you can see there on the bottom left. I happen to, I can't recall what it's called right off, but I'll know it when I see it. Is it the Wastelander? No. Phantom Wedge. I think it's the Phantom Wedge. I happen to own this already, so it makes it a little easier. It's more armored, it's a little faster. It can shove the cops out of your way if necessary, because it has the scoop on the front. And Pablo, I like that he recognizes that you already have this thing and comments on it. So, what I'll do, yeah, see, they're already rallied, but it's not a big deal. So I back in, or I try to. This truck is a little finicky. It backs up really fast, so it makes it easy, and it turns really sharp, so it makes it easy to like clip objects and stuff. But just kind of carefully get it in there. Come on. Get the boat. And then get out of there. And then what I do is I drive back to the helicopter. Usually I park it a little closer than I did on this run. But because the cops rallied like right away, just because I got close, it's going to make it a little trickier. But I just go back to the Sparrow here, I think is what that helicopter's called. This truck's engine's already rattling, so which is an indication that it's been heavily damaged, which is weird because they only had they just had rifles, like they're not using anything all that powerful. But oh, so sometimes the truck will lunge like that. I didn't even give it any extra gas that I was already, but it lunged. So I'll get in the chopper, get my armor up, because they're going to be pelting me here. Go ahead. You can fly any month. And then just fly straight up. See, it's almost like the opponent's firearms are doing more damage than I recall. Like, I'm of the impression that Rockstar keeps modifying things just a little bit to make it a little more hardship for us as players, in the hopes that we will purchase shark cards to make up for the loss. I don't have any evidence of that. It seems like whenever I take a break from the game and then come back, you know, like a month or so later, um, things just seem a little different. I know they keep changing Cayo. They keep changing the rules and how much damage the guys do and how they can spot you, and like you used to be able to take the armored guy with the minigun out, like with a single shot to the head, and then they changed that. So if you shoot him even with like a scoped rifle in the head one time, he rallies immediately. He stays alive and then he rallies everybody. So you have to come up behind him and like shoot the shit out of him. And then even then sometimes he'll flip around, spot you, and then die. It's like just measly little ways for Rockstar to try to get an advantage on you, to make whatever you're doing just a little bit more inconvenient. So, anyways. So this guy's gonna try to jam up my truck here and knock the boat off. So if I start moving, oh, Andy's gonna yank me out of the truck now, you see. So, here we go. What's up, dude? Nice try. I'm busy. See, like, look what the civilians are doing. They're just like they're clipping the boat specifically to try to get it to pop off the truck. It's annoying. Anyways, so now that I've got the cops off me, I just deliver the boat, and then I'll call the Sparrow back up and head right back to the submarine and continue with the next setup. If you get close, and I'm not sure, if you get close to the nice timing on the train there, that would definitely knock the boat off and take it down the tracks and fail the mission for sure. If you maybe I'm not, but sometimes when the boat is at a different location, you have to drive by that location after you lose the cops to deliver the boat, and that'll re-rally the cops because it's the same guards at that location. They get upset, so then you gain a star and the cops get all upset again, so then you have to repeat the whole flying away or die. You have to repeat that whole process, so you have to be careful about that. I find the easiest way to lose the cops, so long as you don't have 3 stars, because then that calls in a helicopter, is simply just to fly straight up, stay out of their cone of vision, and wait it out. There's also a subway over by the building that's being constructed in the middle of town, and I'll just go inside the subway and also do the same thing, just wait it out. You can't use a firearm because they'll hear it. So sometimes when I'm doing a heist, like the one where you assassinate the lawyers, or the lawyers, I'll go in there, but if my companion, the other player, is riding with me, they'll keep popping shots at the cops, which is annoying because that just keeps them aggravated. And then while in the subway, they'll start shooting the gun. They get bored of just sitting there, so they'll start shooting their guns and stuff, and that keeps the cops rallied. And it's like all they have to do is just sit there quietly and just wait. Just be a professional. Just wait. But some players just can't handle not doing anything. They have to be doing something, and it impedes the progress. But it's just par for the course. It's just something you got to deal with while playing with other players. Open. So I'm gonna call the Sparrow back if I can. Oh, I have to wait. Well, then I'll just drive the truck. It's fine. It's whatever. I suppose I could have stayed CEO and then flew the helicopter to the sub that way. It won't automatically enter. You have to land. You have to try to land it on the sub and then go inside. But as a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and do just that. I'll do that. I try to stay out of the registered bosses because sometimes that will cause Rockstar to attack one of your businesses, and then you have to go deal with that. So I try to stay out of that as much as possible, but we'll risk it right now and see what happens. And I get to call the buzzard for free because I've already paid for it. I actually own the buzzard, and so that's pretty cool. I would say, like, out of if you're a starting player, the vehicles that you should be saving up for to start in order to make all the other means of making income easier. Number one is the Kuruma, armored Kuruma for sure. This is my opinion anyways, by the way. I mean, these might be old. What I'm suggesting might be like old, 2013 old man suggestions, but I think they still hold true. So the Kuruma and then the buzzard. I think those two are the essential vehicles to have within your repertoire to make all other means of making income easier. Collecting cars to sell them at your car garage, or completing CEO jobs or MC resource collections or whatever. All of it. Of course, like, later down the road, somebody might argue, like, well, I got the Mach 2 and the van that it parks in. Well, yeah, but that's not really like that's not really like beginner equipment. That's stuff you earn later, because it's like a few million for each thing. And some folks they're struggling to get their first mill, Like, it's easy for someone who's played the game for a while. Oh yeah, I can't enter that way. It's easy for someone who has all these tools to gain money and gain $1 million, like, within an hour with two $500,000 accumulations, and that could be from the dance club or from selling 5 cars or whatever. But for somebody starting off, earning that first $1 million can take a little while. But anyways, yeah, Kuruma, armored Kuruma to start, and then the buzzard, and then that's like a different subject. But I was gonna say, like, and then the next business to buy, it's either the dance club because it accumulates a lot of passive income, or the import-export car garage. I would probably say the import-export car garage is the best thing to start with. Just start collecting cars, and you want to keep your car inventory up with the low and mid-range vehicles, and then only sell the top-range vehicles. The other cars are there that just kind of keep that inventory topped out, so that way whenever you sell one of the top-range vehicles, and then recollect another one, it should always be a top-range car. So for this mission, you don't require the demolition charges, so I don't bother, because those just make noise and rally up the guards on the island anyways, so I don't do that. So we're going to skip right to the safe code. And I have to remember how to get the safe code. I always forget. There's 2 of these preps that are very similar, with like breaking into an enemy base, and you can either do it stealth or you don't have to be stealth, so I always forget which is which. So when we get there, I'll recall what I'm supposed to do to the casino. So there's 2 ways to enter the casino, and that is either entering from the lobby area, and then you take the elevator up to the hallway, or because I already own a room at the casino, I can just land on the helipad and enter that way. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna land in the helipad, and then it'll automatically put me in the hallway. And then what I do in the hallway is I take out the 2 guards at the door and enter stealth, and then work my way through his room to get to the target, and then take him out, which of course rallies all the guys. So long as you don't have so long as you don't have a firearm out while you're in their suite, the guards don't rally, I think. We'll find out if I'm right about that, but that's how I remember it. Again, unless Rockstar changed something, but So yeah, I'll just land and go inside here. Whoop. I think it's this door. I always forget which door it is. Yeah. And I think that just puts me in the hallway. Unless it puts me in my own suite. We'll see. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I don't remember it doing the cutscene of you going on the elevator, but good enough. Good enough. Usually for interiors, and this is true for all games that I play, I'll switch to first person just because I find it a little easier to not have to fight with the camera pushing against walls and stuff. So that's why I will go this mode. Let's get one with a suppressor. There we go. That a girl. I always forget like which hallway it is, I'll be honest, and so I have screwed this up a couple of times going around a corner too quickly and getting spotted because I forget which one it is. So you'd think I'd have it memorized by now, having done it so many times, but nope. Let's see now. If I'm not careful, I might screw this up. Just simply by... Wait, I thought the one with the red was the right place. No? Okay. See, I'm I'm trying to be cautious here because again, there we go. I have screwed this up a couple of times just by the nature of walking around a corner too abruptly. So now I'm going to go for headshots, and if I do them sequentially, it shouldn't rally anybody, even though I'm using the pistol. So let's find out here. Yeah, okay. A little bit of a delay there, but it looks like the game was cool with it. I'll put the gun away now. And I should be able to just get right to the guy. Let's see if that's still true. So long as I find him and don't make myself too obvious. I always take the first right to go to the bedroom over here. I think there's a guard to my left. Yeah, so you don't want them to see you with a firearm. So I always pop in here first. No, okay, no guy. Usually, if he's in there, he's standing there with one of his guards. And so then I go to the conference room, which is over here, and then around to the right. Now, there's going to be guards there right away, so if you start popping off at them, let's see, no, okay, he's not in there. Those two guys are going to immediately start blasting you, so just something to be aware of if he's in the conference room. I suppose I could take the guards out first, but my first line of order is always to take out the target and then get the hell out and try to cut through the guys if I can. So, whoa, I don't know why she's upset. I don't know what her problem is. That's weird. I don't remember that. But where's the target? I don't see. Oh, is it the guy with the cowboy hat? Is she gonna start hitting me? I don't know what the problem is with her. Oh yeah, so it is him. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is stand here and then get my handy shotgun out, start blasting. And work my way out if I can. If you die, it's not really that big of a deal, but I try to avoid it. Damn. Okay, it's not replenishing my armor, which is annoying. I don't like repeating actions, because tactically it's like if I've already done the thing, then it should be over. Is that not the exit? What's going on here? Wait a minute. Something's changed. I have to go to a safe now? I don't remember that. Okay, so the rules have been changed. It used to be... Oh, wait, I have to pick it up. so nothing's changed. I didn't pick up the thing. I thought she would automatically pick it up after he was dead. So okay, so I have to pick it up out of his butt. There she is, reaching into his butt. Okay. Good. A little sloppier than I would have preferred, but now let's get out of here. Now, I don't know, am I going to go directly to the lobby, or am I going to go to the roof? Or... Oh yeah, I have to fight my way through these guys. Sorry, I'm kind of forgetting how it's done. It's been a little while. And that's because I literally played 3 months worth of gameplay repeating this stuff, and then didn't do it for several months. So I've already forgotten. You know, once I did it and got it out of the way, I almost didn't want to come back and do it. Trying to recall how it's gonna get me out of this place. Yeah, I'm on the ground. Okay. So what I'll do then is call up my buzzard. I wish it would have taken me up to the roof, but it's whatever. And then I'll fly away here. Those guys definitely ate away at my armor. That was unfortunate. It's pretty much each shot was almost a full set of armor, which is kind of defeats the purpose of even having the armor, in my opinion. I think armor should almost for any firearm, not counting pistols, but any heavier firearm like a rifle or shotgun, the armor should count for 3 hits almost always, and then health should be 2 hits almost always. And then the pistols, I would say, you know, something like 5 hits for both. And of course, the heavy firearms like grenade launcher or rocket launcher, stuff like that, pretty much should just be a 1-hit kill, but because that's understandable. But when somebody's running up at you with a rifle and they shoot 1 round and it knocks your armor all the way out, I'm not seeing it. I don't agree with that. So then it's two shots to kill you. It's 1 for the armor and then 1 for your health, and then you're dead. And it's a rapid fire firearm. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not into it. I disagree. So that wasn't the cleanest run, but we made it through there. It's fine. I'll take it. And then if you don't own a suite, what you do is you take the Sparrow and land out in the parking lot area of the casino. Or no, I think you can still enter from the roof. You just don't get the automatic going to the hallway, which isn't really that much of an advantage. But anyways, so you would land the Sparrow on the roof. It's almost not that different, actually. Do the mission, and then when you come out on the ground floor, you call your Sparrow, I think. Or you can, now that I'm thinking about it, I think you can land the Sparrow in the parking lot area outside the casino on the ground level, enter, go up the elevator, do the mission, and then it'll automatically port you back to the parking lot, and then you can just get in the Sparrow and fly away. So it actually, I think it can reduce an extra step just to land it out in the parking lot. So I'll test that theory sometime. So the weapon loadout that I prefer is the aggressor, because I want that shotgun for the armored minigun guard on Cayo, because I want to silence him as quick as possible, because he takes the most hits. You can't just headshot him anymore. I think the second one that used to be really good, what was it? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna buy the suppressors, by the way. I just get that out of the way. Otherwise, I have forgotten to purchase those, and then went into Cayo, and the moment you open fire, everybody aggroes. It's over. So I don't like that. I think the second Yeah, I think crack shot is the second one that's really helpful. To get the sniper rifle to shoot guards at the mansion from across the map, so that way you don't have to necessarily get in close to try to get them and risk getting spotted. But I prefer the one with the shotgun. That's the thing I want. And the machine gun that it offers isn't too bad either. I actually have. Uh-oh, forgot the helicopter. I actually have used that a couple of times. So, what am I doing here? Services. I want to return my helicopter. There we go. Let's see, there she is. Yeah, the machine gun, again, with suppressor, I find that to be pretty helpful. While, if I need to pop a couple of guards before collecting, you know, weed and money, before going to the mansion, I find it pretty reliable for that. It's got pretty good accuracy, decent range. You don't have to necessarily get that close to their cone of vision. And unlike the shotgun, it doesn't scatter the round, you know, the shot. Where if you try to shoot a guard with a guard that's in, you know, in the foreground behind him, with the shotgun, sometimes that Rockstar will register that as a like the pellets rallied the guy behind him or something. So with this one, let me see. Yeah, so this one's tricky only because you're gonna get shot a lot doing it. So I try to land the helicopter, you know, in such a way that I can get to it as quick as possible. So that's why I'm putting the driver's side in this direction towards the door, so that way I can just, as quick as possible, get up and get back in it and get away. But I'm going to get shot by helicopters when I do that. So we're about to go into an interior and get a suppressed firearm. And so long as I shoot for headshots fast enough, the guys shouldn't rally. But we'll find out how well I do that. I'm already about to fail here. Okay, that was lucky. I think that guy should have rallied on that, but I actually was offered an opportunity there, so I appreciate that. Watch for walls and stuff, because they'll cause you to push your firearm back. Oh wait, not him yet, but I do want him. And when the wall, like the wall pushing your firearm back, prevents you from being able to use it, which can screw up your... Ooh, did they rally? Did they rally? Because that guy almost did. That was almost a fail. Okay, had to be quick on that one. Because on that last shot for that third guy, if I would have missed that shot, that would have been it. It would have taken too long to deal with it. So you have to be very quick on that last one. And then this guy is also a little tricky sometimes, so bear with me. This might be a fail. Nope, okay. So that should be all the guys, but then open the gun locker. I forget. For some reason, even though I just did this all stealth, when you go to leave, the helicopters are rallied anyways, and you have to get away from them. And I don't fight them. I don't, because the longer you're standing there trying to take them out, the more you're getting shot. So no, that happened really quickly. But that hack, just to explain how I go about that, I always look for the first two numbers, and that's it. I just look for the first two, and then search the screen, find it, and then click it. I don't even bother trying to memorize what the other two numbers are. Because I find most often that's all that's required is the first two. I think sometimes Rockstar will put a trick where the first two numbers is doubled, so then the third number is fake, but not very often. So this can be tricky because you're so used to tapping right at your own office to get the options. On this one, the options are right there. So if you tap right, you go to the ground level, you're getting shot by a bunch of guards. So you want to hesitate or just remember to hit left to go to the roof. That's another thing I've screwed up a lot. So here come the already rallied helicopters, which doesn't make any sense, but whatever. So get my armor up. I need to replenish my armor. And then just get the hell out of there. Don't even fight. And I think eventually... Oh no, I'll just have to go into the sub, and then they're gone, I think. And then I'm going to take a moment to go replenish my armor. I don't want to get stuck not having any by accident. And I've done that quite a few times. Just getting overconfident and... Yeah, so they're already gone. Hey, the helicopter didn't fall off. It usually falls off the sub. So it's still there, I guess, in case I need it. Alright, and I'm gonna get out of this mode before the game tries to steal my stuff. Figure it out, dude. And oh, it's kind of dark in here. Huh. 1 second. I'm just gonna land. And see if I can get some more light in here so I don't look like I'm hanging out in a dark dungeon or some shit. I'm on the top floor, so I should get all the sunlight, so long as there is some. See if that helps. Yeah, a little better. All right. And what am I doing? Oh, I'm getting armor. That's right. If this were just a video for me to post, well, I probably wouldn't be talking live on it, first of all. And this would be content I'd cut out just to clean it up, but it's fine. Alright. More armor. Hello. I like that they added the buy all, refill all, or whatever. I don't remember that always being there, so I appreciate that. Rockstar added that particular feature. It's helpful. Just one less redundant thing to repeat. Buy one, buy one, buy one, buy one, you know. You can just buy it all and move on. They don't do that with grenades, I don't think. You still have to buy one at a time. But where you can buy like armor all at once, or no, ammo all at once and armor. You can do. I don't know why they didn't do that for the throwables, but unless I'm wrong and I just don't know where that particular option is. All right, as we were. And oh wait, it'll ask me to do that anyways. Oh no, it won't. All right. That's another thing is like some of the consoles you run up to, they'll give you the option to pick what business you want to start as, whether it be MC or CEO. This one doesn't do that. They didn't incorporate that setting on here. Oh, I jumped ahead. Alright, so finger cloner. I jumped past the equipment and went right for the firearms or whatever, but that's whatever. It's not like there's any right order to do it in, so. Alright, so this one I think is the one where I have to use stealth to get in. I have to deactivate the cameras and then take out the guards. And how I take the guards out is a mix of using the gas grenades and a firearm, shooting over the crates. So the two combined tend to make it a little easier than if you just have a gunfight. The only thing about the gas grenades is that the smoke lingers for a little longer than I would prefer, but so you just have to be a little patient about waiting for them to dissipate before you can move forward. Otherwise, you're taking damage as well. And I could be wrong, but I think if you bother to equip a gas mask of any kind to try to avoid that, it doesn't work. Because reasonably you would think like, well, if I'm wearing the gas mask, it shouldn't be a problem, but unless that's been changed, but I don't think that works. Okay, going into an interior, so I go first person again. Crouch. It's interesting that like I took out the camera, but they still rally. I mean, I guess it's because they see you, but still. Oh, and then so for popping these guys, I just do one round and then duck back, and then pop back up again to do another round. That's really handy. That method is really handy while at the prison for prison break. Is rather than just trying to lay in on one guard at a time, because then the other guards around you are picking you off, you just pop them once, disorient them, knock them down, and then let go of aim, re-aim, pop the next one, and then repeat. You go back to the first one, because by then he's probably getting up off the ground, pop him again, and if that doesn't kill it, that's fine, just move on to the next target. And you just keep repeating that, and you're effectively taking out 3 or more guards at a time, while taking relatively low amounts of damage. So even though I went first person, I'm third person when I'm up against a corner anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but it's just a habit. If I had to jump out and run in there, I'd rather be in first person while fighting them, because then you don't have to tap the jog button or anything. She runs on her own. She automatically is running. You don't have to hold down the button or tap the button to do so. So, like, right now I have to tap repeatedly in order to get her to run. In first person, you automatically run, so. So in this next location, there's probably going to be a camera that you want to take out before you go into their base. Because if you don't, it rallies the baddies. You're able to go inside to get the thing, but then when you come out, they're out there shooting the hell out of you, so you want to try to avoid that. Unless you're really good and you're able to take guys out without taking hardly any damage. I know how to do that in certain instances, but generally speaking, I'm not very good. I'm not very good in a gunfight, to be totally honest with you. I think there's 2 cameras. Yeah. So for this part, like, I don't even bother to try to look for the thing. I just run by the tables. And I think it's always the last set of tables, but I just skim across them because she's gonna grab it anyways. So yeah, I just run in and run along the table. I don't try to look for it. And now I shouldn't have any bad guys bothering me right now. So long as nothing's been changed. Just a small note, the reason why I keep switching the missiles off from homing is because there's random NPCs around on the map that are opponents, and sometimes when the homing rocket locks onto them, it immediately rallies them. So just to avoid that, I turn that off, and then I don't have to worry about that. So. Not that I couldn't take the guys out easily or just fly away, but, you know, just one less hardship to avoid, just in case. I just want to get the job done.
In our line of work, it pays to look ahead, Captain, to think of how we cover our tracks. And the most important way will be to destroy all vehicles, weapons, and equipment once we are finished.
And so that's that. I don't think I even took any damage on that one. It only cost me a couple canisters of gas and shotgun rounds. So I would call that efficient. That's about as clean as you can do that one, as far as I'm aware. So I want to go to my Artemis outfit here. Sorry, guys. Alright, and the next prep is Gunning Torch. So this one, it's kind of hit or miss. Like, you can do it stealth, which is fun, and it can be efficient. But sometimes the guards will automatically rally, even though you follow the rules. You'll put the hard hat on, you'll go in there, you're keeping your distance, staying out of their cone of vision. And it's like, sometimes it just doesn't matter. They'll just automatically rally. So now, and then when they do, they pelt the hell out of you and wipe out your armor, and sometimes it'll take like 5 armor to get out of there by the time they're done shooting me, and that's $2,500, and not that it's not that much. Like, I'm sitting on 140 million, but still, to me, it's not efficient. So now I just clear them out. I just don't care. I just take out the guards. I just blow them up. I think that will still rally a few guards to come and deal with you, but yeah, I just clear them out now, because it's like you're gonna rally them anyways. As far as I'm concerned, like, you can't trust it. So why bother trying to even follow the rules if Rockstar is just gonna break it anyways. So. Okay, I see there's one more guy. I just want to get rid of it. Okay. So now, again, I do think there will be some more guards that are gonna show up in vehicles and deal with you, but hopefully, once I get the thing. Oh, it's right there, like, triggered for me too. That's nice. Once I get the thing, and then I'll be able to get out of there quick enough to not have to deal with them. So, see, I prefer going stealth. I think it's more fun and can be more efficient, so long as Rockstar plays by the rules. But the fact that they don't makes it counterintuitive, so I'm not even going to bother, right? So, in and out. And I don't think that hasn't cost me a thing. No armor, no fire, no bullets, nothing. So, it's unfortunate that, like, going in blazing is the more efficient way to go about it, but, whatever. Unless Rockstar wants to rectify this and fix that.
Ours is a strange business, Captain. We
sure somebody would, you know, knowing that particular prep might say like, well, it's because you got too close to the guards or you were in their field of vision for too long. I'm telling you, none of that happened. Like when I play stealth, I'm personally really efficient at it. Not to brag too much, but I take it seriously. You know, this is like 2 decades of Metal Gear Solid and Splinter Cell here. Every title. I know how to do stealth. It's my favorite way to play a game, and at no point am I even in their field of vision, and I'm certainly not close to them. So let's see. I think we're about ready for Cayo here. Yeah. Right. Got the equipment. What's this? Disruption. I don't need any of this stuff. It's not required. So yeah, I think I'm ready to roll. So let's go ahead and start this up, and hopefully I can get it on the first run. And so I always go at night. Infiltration point is the main dock, but we're not going to go there right away. But that's how I do that. Drainage tunnel. Escape is again main dock, but I'm not gonna go to the main dock. But it's just to set the point. And I do night. I don't know if that necessarily changes the outcome of stealth, but I feel more comfortable doing it in a night setting. So that's why I'll go with that. One goofy little note, the reason I went with that particular top is at some point, either right now or later in the mission, the top goes away and she's wearing the exterior plaid, but the shirt is gone and she is going bare-chested, you know, and that's fun to see. I think you see it in the cutscene or something when she goes to meet the guy. So where I park this boat is I try to put its back end against this rock because Rockstar is going to do everything it can to make the boat go away as an inconvenience to you, and I want to try to avoid that. So I try to wedge it against this thing here, and hopefully that'll hold the boat in place. It doesn't always work, but now we're not in an interior, but I'm going to switch to first person anyways, simply because now I don't have to tap the button to run. I just hold it down and she runs. And we're heading over this way to this first guard. Every single branch and bush, everything is an obstacle in this area. See, that was pretty good range. I almost think I should have missed that shot, but I did get the headshot anyway, so that was convenient. I always go to the first cage. And so doing this, like, of course, ideally I would prefer to always get the higher value stuff rather than money. But, I think this is cocaine, right? But I don't care. All I'm doing is just filling up the bag before I go to the mansion. It's all I care about. I'm not worrying myself too much about what is of higher value and trying to hit those spots. I would if I was playing with other players, you know, go in and investigate and find the more valuable stuff and remember them. And then when I come back with another player, those will be the locations we hit together just to maximize the earnings. But going solo, I don't care. I'm just filling up the bag, calling it good. So go to that first cage, and then I'll go to the second one. And hopefully each time you do this, because I didn't investigate to find out where stuff was, I'm just rolling with it. This first location, hopefully each spot will have something to grab. They don't always have stuff to grab. There are times when they're empty. So, did I rally a guard? For a second there, it almost sounded like one of the guards was upset. Like they heard the thing. Let's see. Yeah, just money. Okay. I was gonna check and see what has more value, at least between these two things, just in case. But they're both money, so it doesn't matter. And that fills it up. All right. So now, just gonna get out of here, and hopefully we'll have a clean run at the mansion. Head back to the boat. Hopefully the boat is still waiting for me there. Here she is. Although it is in another inconvenient spot here, but I'll show you how to deal with that. So like if I were to gas it and go forward, it would dry dock the boat. So I'm gonna back up, and then I hold down the E-brake and just keep repeatedly tapping the gas just a little bit to get that nice sharp clean turn, and then gun it and get out of there. Now I still try as best I can to avoid the water mines there, but you don't have to. As far as I understand, they don't detect the boat and detonate, or if you swim by them, they don't bother you. So you don't have to do that, but I still do it just in case Rockstar, you know, they do an update and pull something new. You never know. Okay. I forget what the main item is. Hopefully it's not the safe that requires a code, because I suck at that, but we'll see. Alright. Now I think you tap left to automatically equip your rebreather. Yeah. Tap left to get the rebreather, and then tap right to interact. Now how I do this is I'm just going to slide the torch back and forth against that row of so like that, then back, and then I slow down to finish the burn, and then repeat. Oops, probably gonna have to do that a little slower. Oh, not too bad. And then back and forth, and then slow. I just find that to be the easiest way to deal with this. And then slow. I mean, you can go slow on each one, but I don't know. That's just how I've always done it. And then once we get inside the mansion, I'm gonna go first person again. I think tap right. Yeah. Gonna go first person just to help maintain accuracy. I mean, some folks, you might be better in third person, and more power to you. I just, that's not me. I find being inside tight interiors, first person is more effective. She still has her shirt right now, but like I said, at some point. So first person, and then I always take this guy, and then this guy, Rockstar changed his route. He's gonna come out, climb over the fence, go back, so you want to be careful he doesn't spot you, and then watch for the bush there, get that pop, and then I'll take this guy out for good measure, you know, just in case, so he doesn't hear me do something at random. And then you want to be fast enough to get over to the right. I wish he would shut up. To get to the right hand wall here, and then I wait because that armored guard. So this is where everything could go to hell, or well, I mean, there's a lot of points where it can still go to hell, but this point is one of the riskier points, because there's two guards. There's the big one, and then there's the smaller guy walking around there, and I want to make sure that I don't intercept either of their field of vision, and to prevent one here, you know, hearing what you're doing or whatever. So I wait for him, and then I want him to face forward, and then I want to try to quickly take him out. But this I can see that other guard is still moving around, so this could be a problem, but we'll find out. Okay, get away, get out of that guy's field of vision as quick as possible. Okay, we're good for now. And then So he's gonna walk forward a little bit, then he turns left. So I'll try to take him out, and then I'll take the camera out. Oh, he's not. Ooh, that was close. He wasn't down. Normally he's down in one shot. He took two. Then I'll switch guns for accuracy here. Oh, well, I guess it doesn't matter now. Take this guy out. I'm trying to get the second key card here. So to do that, I take him out, then I take this guy out, but out of the field of the camera. Then I take the camera out. Still haven't gotten my second key card though, so a little bit of a bummer, but maybe these next two guards, there's two more to go. Stay close to the left wall because that guard is up on the balcony right above you. Take this guy out. There we go, right? Second key card, and then I take this guy out. And he will turn very quickly, so you want to, like, right when he gets to the end of that hallway, he turns and looks in your direction right away. So you want to take him out quickly. So what I do here, oh yeah, the second key card there too. I always go for the safe, just to get a few extra bucks. And sometimes I'll go for the gun, just for the shits of it, but I'm not going to bother right now. But there's a gold gun in that desk, and just to save time, I'm not going to bother with that. But sometimes I'll grab it just out of ego, you know. I got more stuff. But I don't think it rewards you anything. So now I'll go down here, now that I got the key cards. And so with this, hopefully with this finger pad, there's one of the formations that's called a potato, because that's what it looks like, and it's really annoying. And hopefully I don't get that one. I always finish the first one. So this is not the potato. And sometimes this will take me a few tries, so bear with me. Because I'm trying to do it quickly. Yeah, there we go. And sometimes you only have to do a few of them to get it right, which is nice. And you only have to do it once. You used to have to do this, used to have to do it twice. And Rockstar changed that, so I appreciate that. Oh, it is the safe. Poop. This is where it's going to get annoying for you guys, because I have to repeat the number multiple times. So check my message. 11:10:09. Okay, that's actually not that big of a deal. 11:10:09. Sometimes if it's really wonky numbers, I have to like say it repeatedly while I'm doing it, just to keep it in my memory. So now there sometimes is a guard who comes down that tunnel there. There he is. Yep. So, and then he automatically sees you. So, so now we're busted, but hopefully we can make a quick getaway here. That sucks. That sucks. That's something Rockstar added recently. Just this guard will automatically load, see you, and then alarm everybody, just out of nowhere. It's like you did it too clean, so they have to get you somehow. But I'll deal with it. I think she lost her shirt. See, she's bare. Okay, so run out here. Is there still a motorcycle? Nope. Okay, so I'll try to take this motorcycle. And now this sort of doesn't matter that much, because by the time you get out here and get into the water, the guards automatically rally anyways. That's something else Rockstar changed, is like as soon as you're out here, get my rebreather on, they rally. So it, like, even if you haven't been spotted or anything, so then the helicopter comes in, the boats come in, and they might get a couple of hits on you. Hopefully only enough to where I can heal fast enough and not die. But let's see. I always try to stay as close to the bottom as possible. Oop. Okay. If they're gonna take out armor, I have to get that back. But yeah, I try to stay as close to the bottom of the water as possible to get out of their range, and just keep going. But yeah, so there's a couple additions that Rockstar has added that wasn't there months ago, and that being one of them. That guy that automatically sees you, rallies everybody, so now you have to bust ass and get out of there. And then this part as well. I see my oxygen is all the way down. That's concerning. It's almost as if it's trying to kill me. Inadvertently. Indirectly, whatever. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to, now that I'm pretty far down, I don't want to go so far down where it kills me. Just try to swim away. There we go. So, about as clean as it can get, aside from Rockstar's bullshit. That's the best you can do. Automatically getting spotted and having the guards out there. And if that guard didn't spawn, because I don't know what triggers that, she's topless, then they rally anyways as soon as you get in the water. When you get to that first motorcycle and then drive off into the ocean, they're after you. So, yeah, no, not a bad run. Not a bad run. I'm happy with that. I mean, relatively. I'm annoyed, but we didn't have to start over. We didn't die, so I'll take it. Sorry, I got a little loud and fast at the end. My energy kind of kicked up right when that guard. Well, I got immediately pissed off is what happened when I saw that guard spawned, because I already knew what was coming. So yeah, sorry about that, but whatever. So that is the Cayo run. At least what I think is the most efficient way to go about it. So I hope you guys found that to be helpful. I'm going to end the stream and then come back just to go ahead and log this video. Now I think I'll just do the usual. Just replenish my MCs. And what I'll do real quick is I'll show you the easiest way to do a couple of the more mundane ways of making money. One being selling a car from the export garage. It's pretty straightforward. You use the cargo bob and you carry the car to the location and drop it off. It's pretty straightforward. Oh, I always start now with the other garage. Trying to think of what does Rockstar, how does it differentiate these? But the garage here where you can customize vehicles and do missions for Sasanta. I always go here to get the cars that the customers have brought in out there and sold, because then that's happening in the background while you're actively doing other things to make income. So so I've already done them too recently, so good enough. If they were there, I would get them done, get them out of the way, get them sold. So now I'll go to the export garage and sell a car. And sorry for the moments of dead silence here. Usually I have like music playing or something, but I've been having a negative experience with that with YouTube, so I'm gonna avoid it. I don't know how the copyright rules work and how it limits your content or what, so I'm just avoiding it. Oh, first let's get the cargo Bob. See, there's two ways you can get a cargo Bob. Is you can, if you have one stored in your at your airport or whatever, which I do, but I find just calling. Ooh, I called the wrong one, didn't I? That was dumb. Now I guess I will have to call my own because I just did that wrong. But I usually call one for Pegasus because it's faster and it loads in a more convenient location than your own does. Where when I have to call for mine, I have to chase it down. But mine looks cooler though. It's like jet black. And whenever I'm done with the Sparrow, I always put it back because it makes it easier to call it when you need it. It doesn't come back to you the way that your personal car does. Like if the Sparrow's already out, you can't just like call it to you. You have to put it back and then bring it back to you. So I just put it back so it's ready to go. Another note is because there's probably a lot of folks that are like thinking, why not just use the Mark II, and that's fine. I do use that for convenience of travel, but the Sparrow and the Buzzard are both faster. They're faster vehicles, and I find them easier to maneuver as well. So than the Mark II jet bike. But on occasion, I will use the Mark II, even though there's kind of a stigma against it for obvious reasons. But I'll use it, particularly because it's easier to target an opponent when necessary, and if I'm doing CEO jobs from the I always forget. I'm so bad with names, so I'm sorry about that. But from the Terabyte, it's easier just to grab the jet bike and go. So before going in here, I always register as a CEO because I find if I do it while in the garage, the computer console glitches when I go to sell a car for some reason. Like the screen will lock up and then you have to close the game down and then reload GTAo. So I go CEO before going in here and then I start the sale. Hopefully it won't lock up, which would completely invalidate the point I just made. So do a top range special, and I always do this really quickly. It's always the same. I just tracker, one down plate, confirm, respray. I go chrome, back out, and then whatever first wheel comes up, and I just boom, 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 boom. It's basically like AA, BBB, AA. Whatever. You get my point. So I'll park the car in the middle of the road here, away from telephone poles. Hopefully that won't draw any bad guys. When you're doing a sale like this solo in your own session, like I am, it's gonna call bad guys, and they are very accurate with their. They will snipe you with a pistol at range while you're in a helicopter flying away. So I try to avoid them. And worst off, they're gonna shoot the car, which damages it and lowers its value. Oh, look at that! I think that truck just lowered the value. That's awesome for no reason whatsoever. Cargo Bob's a little tricky to get it to line up correctly with the car. Sometimes it'll take a few tries, which is unfortunate. See, you can see I'm struggling here because I can hear the claw gliding across the car, and it's not grabbing it. So I wish Rockstar would fix that. And still struggling. Still struggling. Now I'm getting angry. Still struggling. So this is supposed to be easy, but Rockstar's not making it easy. They're messing with me now. So this sucks. So at some point of this this year, it should connect. Wow, why is it so bad? You can hear it like sliding all over it too. And the camera fights with you as well. Okay, so, oh, and now it's flipping it around. That's awesome. Yeah, this is good. This is good stuff. Thank you, Rockstar. Okay, so I'm gonna pull the car inside here so I can get it away from the traffic that's constantly getting in the way there. That car was gonna straight up bash this car. You could totally see that. So I'll go ahead and just park it here. Close the door so it doesn't break off, please. Close the door, thank you. Alright. Let's try this again. Because that was a whole bunch of BS right there. There was no reason for any of that. Okay, let's try this again. If it connects right away, I tell you what. That deserves one of these moments here. Let me see. I do this now. Anyways. Alright. Anyway, so you want to gain elevation to get away from the baddies. Because sometimes if you fly too close to the roads, they will spawn. There's one now. And like I said, they can snipe with a pistol. So, and either hit the car and deal damage, or hit you, which isn't that big of a deal so long as they don't kill you. It looks like, unless I missed something, surprisingly, through all that nonsense that I just had to deal with the cars running into it and the helicopter scraping it up and all that, there was no damage done to the car, so which I find surprising. So I'll just take it right to the drop off here. Sorry, the Cargo Bob's blades are pretty loud and the trip is kind of slow. Alright. Oh, there's a guy loading right as we're getting to the thing, so maybe he'll pop around into the car, do 1 damage or some nonsense. But let's get it to the spot here. Relatively easy money, aside from the cargo bob needing... Oh, look at that, it's not even the right cargo bob in the cutscene. That's cute. Alright, good job, Rockstar. You guys you're on top of things. You're doing great. Like I said, relatively easy money, but I am extremely upset right now. I am angry, but I'm trying to maintain myself. Okay. So I just happened to see right away that there's a hidden crate over here, so I want to go for that. I'm an absolute sucker for any activity that's happening on the map at the time, even if I'm in the middle of a task. Well, except for that sale, but like if I was on my way to restock my MC or something, and then I see a blue dot for something to do, or hidden crate or whatever, or a safe house to invade, I immediately go for it. I'm a sucker for like Easter eggs, basically. I always switch to first person while searching for the crate, because you'll hear a beep. There it is to the left there. It's probably on the 2nd floor. It's easier for me to hear the direction that the beep's happening in first person. So that's why I always switch to this. See, is it up here? And there she is. And it's easier to get in front of the crate and grab it. Wait, there's still beeping. Is there more than one? What's that about? Huh. Maybe it's just a glitch. Usually the beeping stops when you get the crate. I'm just gonna trust that that's a glitch. What was I saying? Oh, is if you try to walk up to something in third person, the character always takes like an extra step, like even just to approach this bench. She like lunges forward a little more than I intend. So I go first person to avoid that. Also, if I am in third person, I'll just get out a firearm and aim, and then walk delicately towards the thing, and then interact with the thing. So just a couple little tricks there. But I find that it's easier just to go first person to locate items like that.
Is this really happening?
And call up a car here. Well, actually I'll call up the helicopter. Then I'll go, yeah, actually I might as well just take the cargo bob, because I'm about to use it again anyways, so I'm going to use it to sell the extra cargo from my fallout shelter, or whatever that thing is called. Let's go ahead and put the Sparrow back. Sorry, again, I don't have all the names right, because I don't care. I just... whatever. But the underground military base, manufacturing, firearms manufacturing warehouse, whatever that thing is called, that's where we're going next. So... bunker? Maybe it's called a bunker? God, I'm still really upset about how the cargo bob wouldn't pick up the car. That was so unnecessarily annoying. There was like no reason. I wonder if like the other cars constantly driving by was like tricking the cargo bob to target it. So it was like constantly switching targets of what it is I'm trying to pick up. So it would go towards the car sale, then a civilian car driving by, back to the car sale, back to the civilian. It would. I wonder if that's in the programming somehow. Because like I said, even though it was extremely annoying that it picked up the car like right away, when I moved it out of the highway and put it in the parking lot like that to pick it up, it kind of makes me wonder if maybe that's part of the programming. That was brutal. That was brutal. But we got pure profit, so I should just get over it. Alright, so... This actually, this particular sale is actually pretty easy to get away from the bad guys. If you just floor it and just go, and then get to the ammunitions. Alexa, stop. You usually don't take much damage. It's not really much to deal with, but just in case, because I have had like 1 or 2 bad runs out of 100 or whatever, where the bad guys would spawn ahead of me up the highway and then would block me off and brick wall me and then just shoot the hell out of me. Like I'd run into them and they would just blast me. So that has happened a couple of times. So just for the sake of avoiding that, I just used the cargo bob to deliver it, just like I did that car. Just becomes one less thing to have to deal with. I wonder if it'll give me the same struggle picking this thing up as it did that car. I'm sorry. I'm not over it. I'm still really upset. But I take that shit personally, you know? Okay, so at any time when you're ready, you can pick it up. Good job. There you go, honey. Look at you. A for effort and whatnot. Fantastic. Alright, gain some elevation. Cargo Bob, my special child. I'm so proud of you. And then go ahead and start flying towards the ammunition. It's probably the one right along the highway there too. Now I haven't tested it yet. Some of these sort of sales or whatever, they'll have a limited number of spawns. I think they're usually in a wave of 3. And so, like if you're selling, for example, if you're selling the weed in that truck, that little truck where you're high, no, that's for cops. Whatever. So, in an instance where you're trying to make a sale and you're getting chased by bad guys, you can take out the 3 waves relatively quickly, and then it's free sailing from there. You can just hop in the vehicle and go to the marker, and you don't have to deal with it anymore. I don't know if that's true for this one. I haven't tested it, so because I either just, if I do drive the truck, I just floor it and go, and the bad guys keep spawning behind me, and then by the time they even start animating, I'm going so fast that they delete anyway. So it's like I can just stay away from them, or I deliver by the cargo bob, so I never even have to deal with them. Okay, so this one isn't along the highway, it's in town. This would probably be one of the runs where if I had gotten in the truck and just floored it, the baddies would have continued to spawn ahead of me and then block me off, brick wall me, and then finish me off. And it seems like in that moment that they cut you off and you run into them and you're brick walled, they have the best accuracy. It's like 100%. They just tut, dead. They just wipe you out. You can't even replenish your armor or health fast enough to counter how fast they're taking you out. Quit swinging around. Stop it. Stop it. There isn't even any turbulence. Oh my goodness. Alright. So I'm gonna drop it and then drive it to the marker. Because I don't think it actually, like the car sale, I don't think it actually triggers the completion of the sale by dropping it off in the marker anyways. So I think you have to do this. And done. Alright, while I'm here, I'm gonna check and see if I need to replenish any armor or ammo. I know there's that dude in the van, the arms dealer, and he gives you a discount. I use him when I find him. I don't go looking for him, but if I happen to be driving by and he's there, there we go. See, there isn't a buy all option. If I see him, then I'll you know, do a transaction with him. But otherwise, I don't go looking for him. I always try to buy from ammunition directly like this, because I believe they charge you a premium if you do it from your inventory menu or at the beginning of a heist in that first menu. I don't know necessarily how true that is, but I had read that at one point on a subreddit, and I've always just kind of followed that rule. So, all right, and now I'll call the Sparrow to get away from that cargo bob, because I'm not happy with her right now. Notice that they spawn it directly underneath the stoplight. That's cute. That's thank you, Rockstar. That was funny. Ha ha ha! I laughed. That was good. You got me. So now I'll do a motorcycle sale. Actually, I'm gonna double check my car garage here, make sure a customer didn't bring in a vehicle. And this is basically my routine. I do this because I find it to be therapeutic. I'll just watch like a Twitch streamer or YouTube streamer or a video, and just have that on in the background, or a movie, whatever, Netflix, and then I'll just idly be doing what I'm doing right now, just running businesses, making sales. I mean, this is my favorite part of the game, honestly, is running the businesses. I think it's a great addition, and it was a huge part of why I played Vice City as well. So nobody brought in a car yet. Vice City, like as soon as you start buying businesses up, and one moment. And start doing their little missions, selling ice cream and doing car races and all that stuff. I was hooked. That was it. And like honestly, at first, when I first started playing Vice City, after playing GTA 3, and this is before I really got into like the 80s theme, 1980s theme, which I'm totally addicted to now. But at the time, I didn't even understand any of that. And so I didn't like the theme of Vice City. I was like, the idea that you were going back in time or whatever, because GTA 3 is like set for the time in modern New York, and it was gritty, you know. There was overcast, there was rain, it was a crime game or whatever, and then Vice City was all like neon, with, you know, people wearing pink and baby blue and Florida sunsets and all that. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't think I really care for this. But the moment they introduced the businesses, when you earn the mansion, that was it. That's what the game became. It became a business simulator at that point. So, and that's what this has become as well. I mean, I enjoy doing heists and you know, goofing off with other players periodically when I go into a public session. Like, I don't mind doing all that, but it's not why I play. I like the businesses. And I hope GTA 6 incorporates a lot of what this game has. Actually, that's a whole nother discussion. I hope that GTA 6, really, as far as its online features, is an expansion from this one. I don't want it to be a separate title, the online experience anyways. I don't want it to be separate. I want it to be tied together, but we'll have to wait and see how they go about that. So these motorcycle sales are they're pretty straightforward. You just modify it according to the customer's requests. I missed ice, didn't I? I went over it. And then you just deliver it and drive safe enough to not wreck it. I have seen videos where folks, there it is, try to use the that flatbed truck to make deliveries, but I find that it slides around too much, so I don't bother with that thing. Actually, I think that thing's useless. Like anytime I try to use it for a car sale or for a motorcycle sale, like in theory it seems kind of cool. It's like a on the ground cargo bob, but I think it's worse than the cargo bob. And you saw how much I hate that thing, so. So I don't use it. I own it. You know, it's whatever, but I don't ever use it. Exhaust, twin side, chrome.
Now you got something serious under the hood.
Library side.
Now she was pretty.
I wish that guy would stop talking, but it's whatever. I mean, I guess him constantly commenting like makes the game feel more alive than just sitting there blankly, you know, modifying a motorcycle for a sale and just hearing the engine rum. But I find him annoying. I don't like his personality. Alright, so for night driving, I've mentioned this in a previous video, I always turn off the headlight. Well, usually I turn off the headlights because I find that it makes it harder to see. Like, that looks washed out and difficult, where this I can actually make out what is going on in front of me. So there are a couple vehicles that don't wash out with, you know, or light. They don't cause light pollution and prevent you from seeing where you're going. I think they're probably the vehicles that I like added colored lights to, and so it's tolerable. Like if you have blue headlights, you can still see. Whoa. Speaking of which, and I almost ran into a building in the dark. Actually, I thought it was that was the right hand turn to get onto the road. I just miscalculated where the road was. So, bike delivery. I always like seeing the customer like psyched, like, oh my god, look at that. And you walk away happy with your work. I like that. Alright, I'll go ahead and once this gets off the screen there, I'll show you what I think is it is my favorite vehicle out of all of GTA's inventory. And of course it is a Pegasi. I mentioned that before, that I love the Pegasi line of vehicles, if I'm pronouncing that right. And then the Tempesta in particular is my all-time favorite. I think by all stats, that and the Ignis, they're both very close. Well, they probably have the same stats actually. So they're probably equally my favorite because of that reason. But speed, handling, cornering, acceleration, like everything, at least in terms of how I drive in GTA, were one for one. It's just my absolute favorite. I'm gonna change up my outfit again real quick. Let's look like no, let's go DEA. Yeah, let's go with the agent outfit. And I have modeled this car to look like the turbo from the movie The Wraith, because it has a very similar look, and it has like the exact same sound engine. So I have done that in the past. I'm not doing that right now though. I just made it look like what I want it to look like at the moment. I'm gonna put the Sparrow back again so it's ready when I need it. But yeah, this car handles like a dream. So it's just so smooth. And I like the sound of the engine. It has that like ambient hum that like a box fan or a vacuum has, that always put me at ease as a kiddo and still does today. So now I'll just do some boring idle maintenance. I'll just check each business, see if their inventory is needs to be restocked at all or whatever. Usually if I don't have any supplies, regardless of what product I have, what quantity of product, if I don't have any supplies, I'll do a restock. And then I'll usually if I have product, I won't do a buy supply. But sometimes I do anyways, but just for fun, I'm gonna go ahead and steal supplies.
We've hired one of our rivals, guys.
So I'm not following my own rules directly for the most efficient income, but I feel like, you know, I like to play the game too. Instead of just buying everything. Even though I'm rich or whatever on this character, I try to a degree play as if that's not the case and just make decisions on how and when I want to play, you know. And I've mentioned before, and I'll go ahead and say it again, just because I think it's worth mentioning, that all of that income is totally legitimate on this profile. My other profile, I have been dumped a couple of times with money bags, but not on this one. This one is completely vanilla, and I pride myself in keeping it that way. So. For some folks out there who are either really good at the game or are modders and have had money dumped on them or whatever, they might look at that 140 million and be like, dude, that's petty cash, but not for me. And I've topped out both accounts as well. I think I've mentioned that before. And then had Rockstar pretty much reset them so I could do it again. So on this one, because the baddies are out there, I'm gonna snipe them. I think they already rallied though. Yeah, see, because I got close. So pick off a few guys there. I think there's one over by the van. Yeah, there he is. Some prairie dogging over here. So I'll wait for him to do that one more time. And badonk. And I think there's a dude in the van. So let's take him out. I'll go first person just to not have to keep hitting run or whatever. Oh, that guy's already, he's already, ow, done. Okay, who's shooting at me? Who thinks they see me right now? What's going on here? Sometimes, oh, I do have the heat scope. Might help me. Ah, there he is. But I don't want to use it because it's an explosive round. But I use it just to find him. Where is he? Is he behind that tree? Is that what's going on here? Oh. Oh, that guy didn't die. Are you dead now? Okay. His body looked cold. So I'll switch to the shotgun just in case, because I have a hunch that there's probably a few more guys out there. But at least I got rid of the majority or whatever. So let's see what happens here. And normally for a shootout like that, I would be in an armored car, but I love that car. I'm driving it because I like it. So I'll get these out of the way. just to avoid Rockstar trying to flip the van over and all that crap. Okay. Can I shut this door? Let's see. No. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're not going to stay shut. I was kind of hoping I could secure the cargo, but whatever. Now, I believe I'm going to get chased by guys, and so long as they don't give me too much trouble, I'm probably not even going to bother fighting them. I'm just going to go and make the drop off. Usually in large vehicles like a van or a semi-truck, I'll go first person just because it's easier to drive, but it also offers limitations when you're trying to shoot opponents behind you if you bother, so I don't. Oh, so they have them in front of me. That's nice. Whereas another option for large vehicles like this is I go one camera out so I can kind of see what's going on around me. But I don't care right now because I'm just running. So this new tactical SMG has been my favorite go-to in-vehicle firearm. It used to be that full auto pistol, AP pistol. It used to be that, but I find that this guy's a little more accurate. So I might go ahead and try to take a couple shots at this guy just for the hell of it. I prefer to do it while not on a corner. Let's see. There we go. Just, oops, see that, and that's generally what just happened. Is generally why I don't bother. Is because you're looking the other way, and Rockstar is going to spawn brick walls, and right in front of you and all that. So I thought I was just doing it for fun, but tactically it's not ideal. And I think after this delivery, I'll take a break, go get something to eat, and come back with something else. And there we have it. Lately, so Rockstar has this new glitch. I don't know when it started, but so like normally as soon as I'm done with something like that, I just quit the MC to try to avoid being attacked. But let's see if it'll happen. But Rockstar has this glitch where they'll announce one of your businesses getting attacked even after you've disbanded the MC. And because you're already out of the MC, when the attack from the police officers is already happening, the raid, I think is what it's called, when that's happening, you have to go find it because there's no marker on the map. And so what I'll do is I'll just load up the Sparrow and fly to each business to see which one is being raided and then deal with it from there. And unfortunately, in that event, because the raid is also taking your staff away, that's driving them away in a van, but the van isn't marked, so most likely you're going to lose the staff because you can't find them. But at least by going to each, you have to go to each business and leave your homing missiles on while in the helicopter. It'll spot the police helicopter, so then you know that's the location that's being raided. So you kill all the officers and try to go find the van, even though it's most likely you're not going to. And you at least save most of the merchandise. You only lose some of it. It's just kind of a new thing that's been happening. But anyways, I'll take a break, go have some lunch, and then I'll come back later. And so, let's see here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Until next time.